Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting with Kits collaboration. That is just Stmpgrl, who is Paige, hello Paige, and myself, or me is the proper English I guess. And every month on the 20th at noon Eastern, we make something or some things with a kit we have in our stash. Can be old, can be new, can be whatever we want as long as it's a kit. And there's different types of kits, but this month I decided to go with a new kit, and that kit was this Exploring in Color. It's the May 2023 Paper Pumpkin Kit, which I did an unboxing for. And I still have product left, have a lot left actually. I have two of these card bases, one of these, and two, and one of these. I think, no, I have, is that right? I thought I had two of these other ones, but I guess not. I have one of this one of the one with the canoe, and two with the buffalo. And I have yeah, one of each envelope left. And then I do have some twine and loads of the labels and stuff left. So I'm going to show you what I did. When I did the unboxing, I said, oh, this would make a nice little book. And when I made my tissue box book, in case you missed it on Joy of Blue collab, I used copy paper, and I had leftover partially cut copy paper. So I just had to trim a little off the edges, and you know what? I used it in this little book too. Now for this, I also pulled out, I was looking for some other designer paper that was the already like 4x6 or 5x7 or something, and it was mountains and stuff. I couldn't find it, but what I did find, yeah, it's organization issues and a mess up here right now. I had this Enjoy the Journey, which the colors are different, but in here it really didn't matter that much. And this was, I bought it as a part of a paper share. Oh, look at that. That'll go nice with that new planet paper. And then also, I found I had some, these are like Project Life cards, but they're called Memories and More cards from Stampin' Up. And this one was called Enjoy the Adventure. Now, it didn't really have a lot of adventure type stuff in it. To me, it was a good one for making cards, but I did find some things. And yeah, so I did use a few of those as well, and I'll show you them as we go. All right, so remember the paper pumpkin came with this sticker sheet. I used them all in this book except for paper pumpkin. I don't know when I would use that. But I used the boot on the hiking trail, the Enjoy the Outdoors, and somewhere in here I have the other one. So this was the first thing I did. I put down, first of all, I used my Stampin' Up! Pointy pokey tool, and I put 3 holes in the binding. I used the twine to stitch it, and I had to use a big eye beading needle because the ends kept fraying, and I didn't put anything on these ends. I might cut them short, I'm not sure yet. So this is a piece of the paper out of that. It's the first time I used it, the paper. Enjoy the Journey from the January to April mini catalog. So it's retired. I did bring out the Pebbled Path cardstock, and I laid it behind there, and I stamped right on it, Cheers to Another Adventure, which is from the paper pumpkin. So this was a strip left from doing this, and I just made a little pocket out of more of the Pebbled Path and put that in the middle of it. And this is a piece of that new twine from the Earth and Elegance collection. This is one of the cut-aparts, Wishing You the Best this world has to offer. And you could put somebody's name in there if you wanted to, or just leave it as it is, and it's a journaling spot. So I put a little pocket there. I thought about making a tag, but I ran out of steam. So that's all I did on that one, and that's stamped in copper clay. This is one of the journaling cards out of that pack. Life is meant for good friends and great adventures is from the Paper Pumpkin kit, again stamped in copper clay. This is one of the card backs, I think. I think this is the back of it. I'm not positive. It could be the front. I'm not sure. But I put a little fish tackle thing here, and that's out of Gone Fishing, the new set I recently got, and that is right here. Now I thought about adding a fish too in the water, but I didn't. Another sheet out of this pack. So you see this is a totally different green than what's in here. Only green in here is Mossy Meadow. But I used it anyway because I thought, you know what? And this is part of one of the journaling cards, and I put it there because this is a journaling card, one of the larger ones. I had to cut a little bit off the bottom, but because this is only copy paper, when I flipped it over, I don't know if you can see it, there's a shadow of a circle, and I forget what that said. It said, I don't know if I have it right handy. It was, anyway, it was on the back of, here, maybe this is it. Anyway, it had a sentiment there and it was showing through, and it was like thank you or something, and I didn't want it to show through, so I cut out another one with a punch and put it over that, and it looks like it has a border, a gray border around the one I put there. So not ideal, but something. And then this was the journaling card, and here it doesn't matter where you're going, it's who you have beside you. So yeah, this was out of the Paper Pumpkin kit. I stamped it in boho blue. I might put just some little either plastic or wood, maybe wood beads would be good since this is all like nature driven. A couple little wood beads on there, I think. This was one of the pieces of paper and I cut it down, but then I needed something on this side. I need to add some glue there. Because this other one I'll show you in a minute, it's a little too flimsy. So I just put the other strip on this side, and you can write up in here or down here, or put a picture here and write here and on here, kind of vertically. And then the next one, this I decided to do a little flip, and this is washi tape. This I know I got at Target years ago. I don't think they carry this anymore, and I thought I had one that was see, Target Corporation 2017. Yeah, I don't know if I got it in 17 or 18, probably 17. And this I don't know where I got, but I had some copper colored washi and I used that. I put a strip on this side, and then actually this is the trim from here, and I'm gonna have to put a little bit of glue on this side because it's not sticking real good. But that is from those cards, and it said enjoy the adventure, and then you can just open and write. I glued one of the compasses down from in the Paper Pumpkin kit. This is the canoe, so that other one is the back. Where'd it go? I don't think I glued around the edges. This one. This is the back of this. And here's the last sticker that I used from the Paper Pumpkin sticker sheet, Explorer, and I left the other side blank on that one. And then this was another paper out of here, and the back of it is this. And again, none of that's Mossy Meadow, but I thought it was cool, and you could put a picture. And I just tucked in some of the journaling cards that says wow, and it has green. And this one can be written on, and a picture put on this side, and love this life, and this. So that's what I did for my first project. I went forward with the let's make a book out of one of those cards because it was pretty front and back. And how I did the stitching is I started in the center, and let me think. I went down from here into the center. First of all, I laid this all on a, before I decorated the pages, on this mat thing. And and then I poked the holes in. And then I got my large eye skinny beading needle that you could put this through, because I tried it and it was all unraveling on the ends. Now, if you don't have one of those, take a little bit of glue and go like, just don't put it on the ends, and twist it a little bit, you know, and then let it dry, and that will be hard like a needle. So that's a tip. But I don't have patience, so, and I had a large eye beading needle. So I went down through here and then up through this one, then back down through the center, and then up through the one on the bottom, and then I didn't go back down, I just tied it in the middle here. And yeah, and I think I was working off the spool, so I made sure I had enough. I left it on the spool till I was done, but I kind of cut it a little wonky, but anyway, that's okay. So that's the first project. That is a project, not really a card, right? So that's the first thing. I wanted to do something a little different. Then this was my first card that I made, and I just cut one of the card fronts in half. I mean, the card bases to 4 1/4 by 5. This is from Circle Sayings. It's this right here, one of the new stamp sets. Now, there's a 2 3/8 circle punch that is part of this bundle. However, this is smaller than the 2 3/8 circle punch. This here in copper clay is the 2 3/8 circle punch. So, and I didn't run it through like stitch dies or anything. I just punched that out. This is colored in Boho Blue Light and Dark and Daffodil Delight I used. I didn't want to use the Wild Wheat. And here I just tacked down the twine or whatever it is on the linen thread, I think is what it's called, on the back, and wrapped it around 3 times. I see I need to add a little more glue there too. Anyway, and then I bumped this whole thing up on dimensionals and put 3 of these, adhesive back solid gems. They're brand new in the copper clay. And I just put them along the side of that. And inside I used another piece of the card. This is where the seam was, like here, that I cut off. There is a little ridge in there, but I flattened it out real good with my bone folder. Can't think of what it was called. And I stamped Happy Birthday, which I believe is also in the kit. And then I didn't do anything with the envelopes. I just left them, and yeah. So that's card number 1. Then the alternative number, and I think that was the back of a card. Let me check. Let's bring them in here. Let's see. All right, I have 2 of those. Yes, this one here, this is the back of the card, okay? And this is the front. So I was looking through for other stamp sets and sentiments to use, and I came across, I knew I had it somewhere. It is retired, Wildflower Path. I probably never get rid of this because this is one of my all-time favorite quotes. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And look, there's a little path, but it ends. Anyway, I just put some of that copper washi down the edge. I stamped in copper clay. This is one of the things from the kit in Moody Mauve. And the backing paper on both of these, by the way, is Boho Blue, the new blue. And I just used some of these again, the adhesive back solid gems, and in Boho Blue this time. So that is card number 2, using one of the card bases to make 2 cards. And of course there I used 2 envelopes of the same, the path. All right, so that's what we have so far. Then the next one, I got back into book mode. This is the little tent with the buffalo and the river. I cut a lot of the sky off. So this is on Mossy Meadow, and and this is a 4-inch square. So this is a 4 1/8 inch in Moody Mauve backing it. And then this area here is 1 1/4 inch. So this is like 1 1/8 in Moody Mauve and 1 inch in the paper. Yeah, so I'm missing just the tip of the water there, but I think that was, I think I used on the inside of another card. Anyway, I didn't really change how this was done much from the sample. Let me show you, because I liked how they did that. Here was the sample. I have my binoculars going the other way, and I didn't use twine over here. I wrapped it instead around the mauve piece before I glued it. Oh, did I? No, I wrapped it around the whole front of the card, but this is glued down so it opens like that. And I put the sky that I cut off in here, and I stamped a compass in copper clay. The happy birthday I stamped in Mossy Meadow. So that's what I did on that one. And then this is the envelope with the buffalo. All right, and of course then the next one, so what happened here? I had to cut, this actually was a piece off the back of the card. So because the card wasn't horizontal to start with, so I didn't have as wide of a card left. So I put it on a piece of Mossy Meadow, and I got it on a little off center, but that's okay. Put it on boho blue cardstock. I did use the Moody Mauve strip they had, and Life is Meant for Good Friends and Great Adventures. I did wrap the twine around the way they did on their one example where they used this, and it's like boing up. It's boinging. Let me tuck it under there for a little bit. And then these gems are also new, and they're in the Harvest Wheat, Wild Wheat, excuse me, 2023 to 2025 in colored dots. I wish they didn't put the name on the back like that anyway, because they had to stamp that anyway, so why? I don't know. All right, and then inside I used the boot. I used these little flowers from Wildflower Path and the grass from Wildflower Path. That's stamped in Mossy Meadow, boho blue, and this was stamped in Moody Mauve, and then I used the light and dark Moody Mauve alcohol markers to color it. I didn't do the best coloring job, but it's okay. And then again, the buffalo envelope. So that's that one, pretty easy alternative. The next one is also an easy alternative. It's on boho blue again. I got that cut wrong, but I left it and just put the short part in the back. This is out of the fishing, Gone Fishing. Good things come to those who wait. You know, waiting patiently in the canoe for the fish to strike, right? So I stamped in copper clay. I went around the edge with the boho blue light brush end of the alcohol marker because I did not get the Stampin' Write markers, the new ones. I have a whole set except for the in colors, and I just had to choose where to spend money. So I didn't do much other than put one of the banners and those 3 gems, and then inside just an extra strip. And this also, I don't know if you can tell, there's a little seam there. Yeah, that was, you know, where this part of the card flipped around, and the next part is on the next card. And the mountains are the envelope. And the last card I made a Father's Day card. So that sentiment also comes out of Gone Fishing, but I didn't turn it into a fishing card exactly. So I on this one, I cut this to 5 1/4, but then I cut it at 1 3/4 in the strips. And then I squished it up to the top. I put the bottom and the top on first, and then I put the centerpiece in the middle. So it's got a little bit of the pebbled path. I got the paper, but I didn't get the ink. So this is pebbled path also. And I stamped in boho blue and those same sparkly gems. I'm not going to remember these names, guys, but the 2023 to 2025 in color dots in boho blue. And I can also see that I'm going to be using a few of the colors more than, like, I don't know. Anyway, so I thought that was a cute Father's Day card. Plain and simple, but pretty. And I just put, I actually might change this because I don't like it. This is from the Gone Fishing set, the water. And then this was a piece which I got on Crooked. And yeah, I'm probably going to change out that center somehow. But we'll see. So, but otherwise it's cute. And the same envelope. So those are my projects for crafting with kits for the month of May 20th. Please be sure to go check what Paige made. And I know she's been into foiling lately a lot, and I'm not going to invest in a foiling machine, even though I love the results of her card. I just don't have room for another piece of anything, especially equipment in my craft room. So, what's your favorite? Do you like the idea of doing a book? I thought that was really fun, and it's just a nice little book to write. Just like, I'm really into these little books here lately. Like this is one, a quick little weekend journey to the beach. I do think, though, use heavier cardstock. I don't know that I'd use like 110, but maybe 65 or 80, maybe 65 would be better, so it doesn't bulk it up too much. But it's thicker than copy paper, which is what I used. Okay, so that's that, and then this one's for hiking or any kind of adventure in life, and it can be another weekend away or something. Yeah, so I thought that came out cute. I like them all. I think my favorites are the book, and where'd the one go? Oh, and maybe this one, Happy Birthday. I don't know. I like them all. I mean, they gave us such pretty pictures to work with. It's hard to want to cut them. I'm still not real happy with wild wheat color, but it works well with mossy meadow. I was going to use it on one of these, this one or this one. Too much. It's too much. Let me show you. I'm getting off track, but here's the wild wheat, and I just thought, like, it's too much. I couldn't bring myself to use it as a card base or a mat for that matter. Anyway, so there you go. Maybe for fall with gourds or something. I'm just not sure. All right, that's all for right now. I appreciate you watching, and I do hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. It's the weekend this time that we're posting, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Have fun. Bye.